Hey strong people, Kalle Beck here from StartingStrongman.com, and I need a nap. But first, let's talk about the next contest, the next major contest in the Pro Strongman circuit, the Arnold South America, also known as the Arnold Brazil. The next qualifying spot on the Arnold World Series to see who qualifies for the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio 2020. 2020 Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio. That would have made more sense. Anyways, yeah, we have so far qualified for the 2020 Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio. We have Hafthor Bjornsson. We have, what's his name? Thompson, Ben Thompson. I think it's Ben. Messed up. Bobby Thompson won the amateur. And Rob Kearney won the Arnold Australia. So this will be the third stop in the qualifying tour. For the athletes, these are the invited athletes. These are not confirmed athletes that are competing, but some of them, or most of them, probably will be. So we have Eddie Williams, who did very well at the Arnold Australia. I think this might be his first contest out of New Zealand or Australia, and he's making his, kind of international debut in a way, other than the Arnold Australia obviously is an international contest. But I'd say probably the best athlete from that region right now, the Australia, New Zealand region, and probably should get an invite for World's Strongest Man. Nice guy too. Brian Bendele, not too sure if Brian is competing. I guess I could have messaged him to confirm, but I didn't, as he said he wasn't aware that he was invited to the Arnold Australia until 2 days before the contest. So maybe he's doing this one, maybe he's not. I don't know. Gerry Pritchett, I would assume he is, because Gerry does most of the Arnolds and stays very active. Jimmy Pacqua of Canada, I know he's competing. He posted pictures there. I think I finally know how to say this guy's name right. People didn't crucify me like they did Kielishkovsky. I think I even said that wrong again. I think it's Yitzi Kramer. Jordan Morrison, you may not know him, but he is from Utah and trains with Van Hatfield and others, and he is very, very strong. I mean, we got mid 400 pound log, 900 plus pound deadlift, and yeah, he's got huge strength. And I think he's starting to realize that from what I can tell in talking to some people that train with him. So he qualified, he won a contest to qualify for this. And we have Mateusz Kielishkovsky, probably doing it. I know Belsack is there, Shivakov, probably there, Novikov, not sure. Rano Hanla, I think is there, and Tiago de Oliveira, which I am going to assume is the Brazilian athlete. I will also assume is competing. He probably won some sort of Brazil's Strongest Man or something to qualify for this contest. Then we go on to the events. We have a carry and drag at 600 kilos, followed by a yoke walk at 480 kilos, a dumbbell, I think it's for reps because it's in the 110 to 120 kilo range, and then Atlas stones from 160 to 200 kilos. And on the finals, usually they only take the top 6 to the finals. We have a 400 kilo deadlift, I assume for reps, which is crazy. Yeah, it's all rep out 400 kilos, a little heavy. So how are the athletes going to do in this contest? There's a lot of moving events and a very heavy deadlift, and as far as overhead press goes, a fairly light overhead press event. 110 to 120 kilos, that's what, 242 to 260-ish pounds. As far as Arnold's goes, that's about as light as it gets for a circus dumbbell, and sometimes people that don't have the best log or axle press are sometimes better at the circus dumbbell because it's somewhat less about overall shoulder strength and more a jump and catch and having stability to stabilize it. So on the carry and drag, not sure what they're carrying or dragging, but it's a moving event. And out of the athletes listed, I would pick Kielishkovsky if he's competing, Yitzi, and Bendele's pretty good at him if he's competing. and Eddie Williams. Eddie Williams is very good at moving events. And then we go on to the yoke at 480 kilos. I will pick, again, Kielszkowski if he's competing. Pretty much going to say Kielszkowski if he's competing is my favorite for this entire contest, except for that 400 kilo deadlift. He actually might be just at it. If he got a rep on it, hard to do maybe that as the final event. I think this one's done fairly quickly. But I would say he's my favorite to win. Just got second at Europe's Strongest Man. Just depends on the deadlift, and if maybe he got a big enough lead in the 4 events previous that deadlift doesn't really matter. It's very possible. We saw Thor win Europe's in 4 events this past weekend. But on the yoke, other than Mr. Polish Power himself, I'd say Gerry Pritchett is very, very fast at yoke. And Eddie Williams was the second best at the Arnold Australia, and those would be my picks again on that event. Circus Dumbbell, Kielszkowski. This is an important event for Eddie, and it would be for... Shivakov will be right up there in a lot of these events. I just worry about how beat up he is doing so many contests if he is competing. This is all... I'm just going to assume all these people are competing, and whoever doesn't will be talked about on the recap show, because that's a lot easier than messaging every single person to try to get confirmation, and not everyone wants to talk to me. Jordan Morrison, very strong statically. I think he would put up a good amount on this. Heinle is very good, and this would be an important event for Gerry Pritchett and Eddie Williams, because I think Eddie's very fast and strong and good at stones and all those normal type of strongman events, but shoulder strength is where he still needs to build. And once he does, be very good. Maybe one of the best Australian strongmen in a while. I think it's probably been who was it? Maybe Derek Boyer was the last Australian in the finals at World Strongest Man. Warwick Brandt might have made it a couple times, but that's a while ago now. And then going on the dumbbell, then Atlas Stone's 160 to 200 kilos. Bendele, if he's competing. Yitzi Kramer, very good. Jordan Larson's also good statically. Belshak's how do I forget him on the dumbbell? He's got it. If him and Kielszkowski would have a good run, especially a lighter one for reps, I think Belshak might be a little quicker. I think he's also possibly a little more dinged up at this moment. But on the stones, I'd say Eddie Williams, Kielszkowski, Belshak, Heinle. Heinle's very good at stones as well. Going on to the final 400 kilo deadlift. Gerry Pritchett's winning, or Gerry Pritchett's there, he's winning. Sorry, everyone else. This would be the most important event for Kielszkowski. And is it Yitzi Kramer? Has an over 900 pound deadlift. So does Jordan Larson. I'd expect him to get a few reps, but this is his first international show. And you also have to make the finals, so you already have to be in the top 6 to do it. Eddie Williams, I don't really know what his deadlift at. I think it's fairly good, but I think it's a little below. I just don't think it's quite there yet. I'm not sure if he's at 400 or not. So again, that would be an important event for him, but to win the overall. But even if you don't win the overall, even if you get 3rd, 4th, 5th, something like that, that's big points as long as you keep doing all of the Arnolds, because at the end, the top 2 that didn't win an Arnold qualifier, whoever has accumulated the most points within the series qualifies for the Arnold Classic Ohio. So, if they stay active like Gerry Pritchett did, and even Kielszkowski had to do it that way. He didn't win one last year, which is crazy if you think about it. Then he would do that. I'm not sure how to watch this event. My advice is to stay tuned to me on social media at Let KO Lift and at Starting Strongman, the Starting Strongman Facebook group. If I do see links to these events, I will share them across my social media. I'll try to put it in the community tab here on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe. And also follow the Arnold South America. There's usually some sort of live stream for it, but it's in Brazil, so the timing's a little off with the time zones. But yeah, always try to watch their Facebook pages, not just the Arnold Sports Festival Facebook page and Twitter and stuff, but like the individual Arnolds, like the Arnold South America, Arnold Africa, etc. Anyways, I am Kalle Beck. Thanks for watching. Who do you know anything I don't? I always learn so much in the comments from all of you. And if you have any more insight, feel free. Let me know who you think is going to be the next person to qualify this weekend on April 13th for the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio in 2020 by winning the Arnold South America in Brazil.